This video is to accompany the Life Science packet for the week of April 20th, which is Responses of Living Things. I'm going to go through the packet, and you should have your packet handy so you can follow along. Be sure to pause the video as you go so that you complete the packet at your own pace. So the first thing that you are asked to do before you begin is to look at the picture of the plant up here at the top of the paper and to record observations and inferences about the plant in the picture. So for each of the things that you're doing today, you can record it directly in your packet. There's space left for you, or you could continue your scientific notebook and you can record it in there. It's optional, whichever method you prefer. So take some time to look at the plant in the picture, observe it, write down your observations, and then write down your inferences as well. Why do you think this is occurring? The next thing you're going to do, last week you should have prepped your seeds for this week's activity, and they should have sprouted by now. So you're going to check on your seeds in your Ziploc bag. Take them out and observe them. And as you can see, mine have sprouted, but they're not quite as long as they should be. So ideally, I would leave these for a little bit longer so they could sprout some more. You want yours to be at least 3 centimeters long. So once you've reached the stage where they're 3 centimeters long, you are going to record what they look like. Again, either in your packet, or you can do it in your notebook here. Do a drawing of what they look like and label that drawing before. Then leave a space for after. Okay, so once you have completed your drawing of what they look like, you're going to return the seeds to the bag and make sure again that your paper towel is damp. It needs to be damp throughout this process, so you should be checking your seeds every day to make sure that the paper towel is still damp, okay? You want to place your bag near a window. You can either tape your bag in the window, or you can use something to hold it up. And your bag is going to be placed upside down so that the seal is at the bottom. Check it every day, and after 4 to 5 days, you are going to see what happened. How did the plants respond to the bag being placed upside down? So in either your science notebook or in the packet, you're going to do a drawing of what the seedlings look like after they were upside down for 4 to 5 days. Okay? The next activity is for you to do a cause and effect, which is why do you think when you change the position of the plants in your Ziploc bag from being right side up to upside down, what happened and why do you think this occurred? Okay, so we're looking for observations, responses, and reasoning for those responses. Next, you're going to look for some observations of responses of plants and animals out in the environment. So this is a good time for you to go outside and to observe nature. We've had some days with beautiful weather, so go out and observe some nature. So we'll start with the plants. See what kind of responses and observations you find outside when it comes to plants, and try to make inferences of why you think these are occurring. So they give you an example here. You may also see some things that happen in the springtime with some of our plants. You may see flowers blooming. You may see some new leaves on trees. You may see some vines crawling up the side of a fence. So find these observations and come up with some inferences, some reasoning or effect of why you think these things are occurring. Again, you can record this in your packet, or you can record it in your scientific notebook. In addition to the plant responses, you're also going to try to find and observe some animal responses. So these are not pets. But these are animals, wildlife that you find when you go outside and observe. Maybe you see some birds. I know the birds at my house are busy building nests right now. Maybe you see some bees flying from flower to flower. Some ants might be active, maybe some reptiles. It just depends on where you live, but find some observations of how animals are behaving right now and come up with reasons for this, okay? The last part of your packet summarizes for you that plants and animals make different types of responses. These may be daily responses, something they do every day. It may be seasonal, or it may be a long-term response. So there are different pictures in your packet, and you're supposed to label them as daily, seasonal, or long-term. And you will probably go over these with your teacher, either during class time or in your Google Classroom. And the last activity is to use the graphic organizer to put all of these together, to answer questions about how animals respond to different situations and why you think that occurs. Okay, so use your observations and your prior knowledge and make some inferences and start to fill out your graphic organizer based on these claimed evidence reasoning things that you did. And there are also some going further activities in here. So hopefully you can find some good observations and get outside this week, and I will see you next week. Thanks.